Hi, thanks for dropping by. I'm Zelda Sheldon with loveyourvoice.coach, and today we're going to be looking at the number one issue that affects singers and speakers and performers all over the world, no matter what level they are at, and that is tension. And we're going to be looking at how to get rid of it quickly. Today we've got a guest artist, Wilson Harwood, and he's going to be singing and playing banjo. And we're going to be using those awesome, powerful singing tools that I use in the coaching sessions to help quickly get rid of all of that tension. Before we go there, just like to invite you to join our Love Your Voice community. And it's so easy. All you have to do is send me an email, zelda@loveyourvoice.coach. And when you send me that email, I will send you a fantastic resource that'll help your singing improve straight away. It's called the 12 Mistakes That Professional Singers Avoid. So get yourself a copy of that, join our community. And so now let's go and check out the session. Wilson Harwood in the house.
Yeah.
Hello, Wilson.
Hey, Zelda. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. Excited to be here.
Oh, I'm so excited that you said that you would do this today.
Yeah?
When
This
I
is
asked
cool.
you, I thought, I bet he says no. But when you said yes, it was like, whoa!
No, I respect this. This is cool.
You respect it.
I respect the amount of work you put into all this. No one can see this, but this is like tremendous. It's like a TV studio in here.
Our living room has been converted to
Yeah.
a TV studio.
It's really incredible.
And then just then I overheard my husband say, wouldn't it be great if we could convert this room into a recording studio?
Right.
And I'm thinking, really? Well, Wilson, thank you so much for coming in today and being willing to be part of this.
Sure.
This voice coaching session live. Like, that's crazy because usually voice coaching is kind of private and it's
Yeah, that's true.
tucked away where no one can see your mistakes. So yeah, this is awesome that you're doing this, and I
Yeah.
hope that you get something out of this,
I'm sure I will.
because I know that everyone here is going to get something out of it, and I'm going to get something out of it too, because every time I work with a new singer or work with any singer, I'm using my listening skills, and I'm thinking of how the voice coaching tools are going to be able to help each particular part of the performance.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, before you play your song, talk to us about yourself as a performer, your songwriting, and tell us about the song that you'll be performing today.
Sure. Yeah. So, my performance and songwriting has really been based around traditional folk music and American folk music.
Love it.
Hence the banjo.
Love the banjo.
And in recent years, in the past 5 years, I've really tried to embrace the mixture of modern ideas and modern feels with traditional bluegrass and folk and Appalachian music. So
Lovely.
that's kind of what this song sort of is, and it's a love song, which is always nice.
An Appalachian-style banjo love song.
Sure.
Good. And this is a song that you wrote?
Song I wrote.
Okay.
Yes.
Very good.
Yeah.
Now, as we're performing the song, may I make a suggestion? So, as you're going through the song, going through the different sections, maybe notice where in the song there are some challenges or there is some room for improvement.
Right.
And then what we'll do is we'll be able to focus on that.
Okay.
Focus on those moments in the song, and then I'll be able to see some of the coaching tools. We'll put it to the test, we'll actually use it, apply it,
Sounds great.
and we'll see if it's going to work.
Wonderful.
All right, so I'm going to sit down in that chair. I'll get up from time to time. I'll look at you from different angles just so I can see what you're doing in your performance.
Yeah.
So,
Sounds great.
Wilson,
Let's do it.
Yay, over to you.
Loving isn't always easy, and our deck might be missing some cards. But we each balance out the other, help each other when the going gets hard. Help each other when the going gets hard. Sitting on the porch just talking, listen what you have to say. Hear the words, but I'm lost in their minds, the green carries me away. The green carries me away. Take my hand, hand in hand, get ourselves a little piece of land. Love me good and love me long, feel my love till my heart is gone. So we struggle with our feelings. Everybody's got a couple demons. Hang my head in lost despair. You lift my chin, let me know you're there. Lift me back up in the air. Take my hand, hand in hand, get myself a little piece of land. Love you good and love you long, feel my heart till my heart is gone. We've always got each other. We've always got each other. We've always got each other, so hold on. Take my hand, hand in hand, get ourselves a little piece of land. Love me good and love me long, feel my love till my heart is gone. That was great.
Wow, Wilson, that is such a pretty song.
Thank you.
I love that.
Thank you.
Wow, an Appalachian love song on the
An
banjo.
Appalachian love song. Yeah, it's hard to describe. I think that describes it well.
Did I do a genre
Yeah, I think that's right. I mean, what do you? It's banjo, it's folk music, whatever.
Yeah, it's so pretty.
Thanks.
Yeah, beautiful. And just looking at you, there was just so much that I enjoyed about your performance. What I noticed that you just looked so comfortable.
Yeah.
Were you feeling comfortable?
I was feeling comfortable, but as you told me to think about one thing.
I'm sorry about that.
No, it was good because the one thing I noticed was actually the nerves at the beginning of the song. I'm a producer these days, and so I perform very rarely. I mean, I've practiced this song at my house a lot, but getting back in a performance space, even though this is like PAL. And behind the scenes here, the team. But you have this whole anxiety of the live thing, and I think it's fascinating how our voice reacts to the natural sort of anxiety that comes with the first song you play on a stage. Unless maybe I was on tour and I was doing this every night, and I had like a beer or two before every performance, and it would just become this job, where you just show up and you do your thing. But our voice, I was noticing I couldn't control it as well until about halfway through the song. And then I finally felt like, oh, I'm back in my element.
Wow. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I remember that from, doing classical guitar reviews in college, how my hands would shake.
Yeah.
And
knees,
so like
shake,
if you're in a high
voice.
stress environment, how can you perform well? So that's I think what I struggle with the most in that performance.
Okay. All
vocally.
Right. Interesting.
Maybe
okay.
other things too.
Definitely we can do some things about relaxing. In fact, Wilson, that's the first thing that we cover in Love Your Voice lessons. The tension issue, the relaxing issue. Right. Because in our first sessions where I'm measuring someone's voice. I want to see how low, how high, and where their natural break is.
Right.
And then I want to measure some pitch accuracy. And so, generally a lot of singers, they feel under pressure about that.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's the most vulnerable part of you.
Yeah. Yeah. What is it? Some people say that they would rather be in the casket than speaking at the funeral.
Right. Right.
and
Same
and
sort
then
of
you
deal.
multiply that by singing at a funeral.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, which I have done. It is pretty nerve-wracking.
You've done that as well. I've done a
Yeah.
funeral too.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you have an open casket that was between you and the congregation?
No open casket, luckily. No, but that's another thing, you know, when you have these emotions, especially if you knew the person,
Yeah.
these are all factors that are part of performance, not necessarily with just singing at home.
Yeah.
So it's really
Absolutely.
fascinating.
Yeah.
Kind of, and so I'm sure techniques that relax your voice
Yeah.
are super helpful.
Yeah, well, how about we go through just a few of them now and just
Sure.
see if it's going to help.
Yeah.
Because, tension is the enemy of a good voice.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking or singing, but, you'll feel the whole body is going to hijack you if you've got tension, especially up here. So your hands will quiver, your voice will quiver, your knees will quiver, your mind will be racing, you'll have, like, where am I in the song? You'll lose your lines.
Right, yeah, you see people who can't remember the first lines of their songs. I remember seeing that happen at a show recently to somebody, and I'm like, it sucks when that happens.
Yeah.
But it makes perfect sense because your mind is not in the zone when you're at home practicing. It's in a completely different space.
Exactly,
Yeah.
So what can we do? What tools can we use to get rid of tension? So tell me what you use currently. What do you use? What are your tools trying to get rid of tension?
Oh, man.
What's your go-to tool?
My go-to tool, it might have been...
Is it alcoholic?
It could be alcoholism. No, it's it used to be yoga back in the day, and
Right.
meditation was good too, although I haven't kept up with it as much. But deep breathing for sure. I think if I had done maybe even 5 minutes of like meditation before this performance, I'm sure it would have changed things.
Absolutely. That's the approach that I use.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's do this. Pop your banjo down, because that's weighing heavily on your shoulders.
That's another thing that, playing
Yeah.
a banjo standing up, you're always going to have trouble singing because you've got 20 pounds on the shoulder here.
Yeah, exactly. And you did such a great job of relaxing.
I know,
was
I
just
have to
seeing your body,
have
the
to use
knees
my
were
knees
beautiful.
to kind of get
Yeah.
in a position of like holding this thing and keeping myself up.
Yeah. Well, I was seeing that. I was seeing those knees and I'm thinking, that is great technique, Wilson. So yay for the technique and yay for, even though you were a bit nervous in the first, you hid that really well.
Yeah.
So
well,
that
that's
was
probably years of performing.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
So let's just do something about it. So where we start with yoga.
Okay.
So I always get shaking. Like that Taylor Swift. Shake it off, shake it off. I love that. So now we're going to do 3 little random body shakes. Have you seen those dogs that, sort of get wet and then they sort of shake their whole body from their head right down to their tail? Right, so we're going to do that. So
perfect.
shake all your 3 little random body shakes. Shake your arms, legs, feet. Okay, that's 1, 2,
All right.
3. Yeah, okay, very good. All right, now we're going to do 3 really beautiful backward shoulder rolls. So now, put your knee, bring your shoulders forward, up towards your ears, back, around and down, forward, up towards your ears, back, around and down, forward, up towards your ears, back, around and down. Good. Now we're going to do the little ragdoll part of yoga. Just flop your head gently towards your chest as if you've got a big bowling ball heavy weight of your head. And now just sink slowly to the ground in slow motion like a little rag doll. Feel your fingertips going down your legs, past your knees, calves, ankles, touching the floor now. And now swivel your hips any way you want. Push out the breath out through your mouth now. And again. Once more. Good. Now push up gently, fingers travelling up the legs, up to the knees, thighs, hips. You're standing up right now. And just sway gently from side to side. And now, again, we're going to push out the air out through our mouth. to the count of 6. In for 4. Out for 6. In for 4. Last one, out for 7. Yeah. That's about all it takes.
Yeah.
That's about all it takes.
That's nice.
What do you think?
I think I should have done that before I started. It would have been a little awkward for everyone, but it would have been great.
Well, you do that. You do that in the green room behind.
Yeah.
I mean, some people go for the bourbon or the beer, but yeah. I got a friend. One of my students actually. He works at Bridgestone, and the things that he tells me that he sees from the artists and what they do. Some people sit in a totally black room with no lights on.
Interesting.
Just in darkness. They don't want any interruptions. They just want to get into that meditative state.
Yeah, that's how you know they're a true professional. Because, once you treat it like a job and you're going out there trying to give your best and be in the best state, you're not drinking before the show, burping on the mic. And
Exactly.
It's never a good thing.
Good. Well, let's put that to the test, Wilson. So now we're in this really lovely state. And it didn't take long, did it?
No.
Let's, did you want to strap on the banjo or try it without the banjo?
Let's try it without first. This will be good. No pitch.
All right.
Just because I'm curious to see if people can hear a difference between no instrument, especially a heavy instrument like that, versus the instrument.
All right. So now you're in this really nice posture. What's the first phrase of your song, the first line?
So we have, loving isn't always easy.
Loving isn't always easy. All right. Okay, good. So you've just done your introduction. Dun, 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 dun.
Loving isn't always easy, and our deck might be missing some cards, but we each balance out the other, help each other when the going gets hard, help each other when the going gets hard.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can do the same thing with the banjo.
All right, so how was that without the banjo? Was that much easier?
Yeah, it was interesting because I could focus on my singing a little bit more. I could be more in my body, not focused on the instrument.
Yeah, because you've got divided attention. I always like to describe it when, those circus horse riders?
Yeah.
And they're riding one horse, and then they're riding 2 horses, and then they're riding 4 horses, right?
Yeah.
That's bad enough with singing because you're breathing, you've got the words, you've got the melody, and you're trying to, you've got that performance going on. Then you pick up an instrument,
it changes
you might as well be riding 8 horses.
Yeah.
So it's really difficult. But getting yourself in that zone is really good.
Yeah, I can try it out.
Yeah, try it out and see what difference it made.
It is heavy. This is, for those of you who don't know, a banjo like this has a ton of metal in it.
Yeah.
On this half, so it is almost 20 pounds, I think. It's crazy.
It is probably the original heavy metal instrument.
It is the original heavy metal instrument. Yeah, so
Good.
I feel more at home with an instrument on me. It's hard for me to sing a cappella like I just did. It's not natural, but I've had people tell me, oh yeah, that's a good way to practice.
Right, that's interesting. So now let's do one more thing. So let's start with this breath. And did you notice that when we were going through the relaxing, it was breathing out for a really long, like breathing out for 6, breathing in for 4?
Right.
So before you start, let's just ground yourself, right? Breathe out for 6, in for 4. All right, now, whenever you're ready, just play your introduction.
Loving isn't always easy, and our deck might be missing some cards, but we each balance out the other, help each other when the going gets hard, help each other when the going gets hard.
Wow, it sounded good. It looked good. How did it feel?
It felt good. One thing I noticed that another
interesting.
thing that people can't see is this, because of this strap, I wear it a little to the side and I actually do this. And I think part of that is that if I stand up straight, the banjo pushes on my diaphragm and pushes on my belly. And you can actually feel it.
Yes.
I can push against it as I breathe. So if I do this, it actually gives me a little bit more space.
So just on the side a little bit.
I think I do that naturally, just to help me with the singing. But I'm just blown away thinking about how much different it is having 20 pounds. This is why banjo players don't sing. They're always in the background, probably with back problems, just playing really fast.
Oh, you see them sitting there on a keg.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
well, you did such a great job. Now, there's one more tool that I want to give you. The breathing tool. Mm-hmm. So use that breath, but now we're going to make a really beautiful intentional breath for the first note that you sing.
Okay.
Okay. So what we want to do is just breathe out first, and now breathe in. I always like to do a mouth breath in my first breath.
Okay.
And that's something that I teach. So it's relax, open, drop. You relax your belly, and that's the engine of your breath right down here. So you relax your belly, just pop it out. We'll probably see your banjo just do a little bit of a dance. Pop that out, and then you open your mouth and drop your jaw, and then that will bring in all of the air.
Right.
Passively.
Right.
It's a beautiful, relaxing way to breathe. And so the first note of your song is always the most important. Mm-hmm. Right? Because if you blow that, your monkey mind will be saying the whole rest of the song, you blew that first note.
Right.
You got that word wrong or whatever.
Yeah. Or you forgot the lyrics.
Yeah. So let's try that now. What's the word? Lovin'?
Lovin'.
And the next part?
Isn't always easy.
Lovin' isn't always easy. Right? Okay, so let's do that. And I'll just use my hands as training wheels so you can see what's going on. So we're going to do out first. And then we do relax, open, drop. Lovin' isn't always easy. So do that with me. So relax, open, drop.
Loving isn't always easy.
Right, and I heard a little bit of suck there, so there's no suck. It's just a passive relax, open your mouth and drop your jaw, like this. So do what I'm doing. Watch my mouth. Relax, open, drop. Yeah, as soon as you open your mouth and relax your tummy, you don't even have to suck.
Yeah, it just naturally comes in.
Yeah, so let's try that and see if that's going to help that first note and get rid of the nerves. The banjo's going back towards your spine, and then you just relax, open, drop.
Loving isn't always easy.
How was that?
Apparently Pal liked it.
Yeah, good. So it was a more voluminous, powerful note.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right, now that you know what you're doing, let's do it one more time.
Sure.
And hopefully all that breathing, the exhaling longer than the inhale, neurologically does something to our brain. It actually stops all of the madness up there, all of the crazy thinking. It relaxes, all of those, all the firing.
Yeah.
It calms it down. So through the breath, you're able to get rid of all of the tension.
Yeah.
And able to sing better as well. All right, so let's just do it one more time before we finish. So I'm just going to use my hands as training wheels. You can see my belly go back towards my spine as we exhale out. Then relax, open, drop. Oh,
Loving isn't always.
I heard the suck.
I don't know.
Remember, it's really hard getting out of that. It's hard getting out of that. But this is passive breathing, backwards passive breathing. Okay, so let's do it one more. Relax, open, drop, no suck.
Loving isn't always easy.
Okay, so how it should sound is like this. Loving isn't always easy. So there's no suck. As soon as you open your mouth and pop that belly out, the air will it'll flow into you, yeah. So, that's something that you can work on.
Yeah, definitely.
But the time before, when you got it right, we heard the difference. It sounded really powerful. intentional.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that too, because one other thing I have trouble with in this song and maybe other songs is trying to be delicate with these notes, not going full throttle, you know.
I noticed that there were some parts of it, and I thought, did you mean to sing that loud right there at that, the first repeat line that you did? Did you mean to have that loud then, or were you trying to pull back?
I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah. But I do think, the best part is when it comes up here and I hold out the long chorus note of Gone. And that feels great in my voice, and it's one of the reasons I like this song. But then the verses, they're kind of delicate, so it's like, I don't want to have too much breath in them. But like what you said there, where I did the passive breath, it didn't feel like it was too much. It kind of just sounded more full. So that's a good trick for sure.
Yeah, well, it's a good relaxing trick. It'll help you with that first note. And it's a really quick way. So breathing through your nose, even though we do nose and mouth breathing, but breathing through your mouth gets you the fullest, quickest shot of air.
Right.
Yeah. You don't want to do it outside, where you'll be bringing up all of the dust and pollen and whatever's floating around in the air. But just practice that inside. So let's just do it one more time.
Sure.
Relax, open, drop. Relax, open, drop. What are you doing that?
Because I'm just getting all the air out.
Oh, well,
it just takes me a while to get it all out.
You don't have to get rid of it all. So let's get rid of a little bit.
Okay.
Let's just push out. Relax, open, drop.
Loving isn't always easy.
Was that better? Knowing you didn't have to get rid of all of your breath?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Felt good.
Yeah. Because then you'll be able to do throughout the song those little what we call tuck breaths, and just do a quick one of those when you need to get some more air, like you've got a big long line coming up, a big long note, and you need to get a nice quick burst of air. Yeah.
I was just thinking, it'd be interesting if you wanted to practice this and you had a microphone, you could record yourself, because you'll hear the air coming in. A lot as a producer, I have to edit out all these, or at least reduce the volume of all the breaths when people sing. And if you've mastered this technique and your breaths are practically silent, it's awesome.
Yeah.
On my end.
That's
I don't have to edit them out.
That's
this is another bonus of singing well, is that your producer will be happy.
Okay, so the silent is the cue. So here we go. Let's bring it out. And this is the exhale is when we're singing or talking. So just go silent, relax, open, drop. There it is. There's all the air you need.
Yeah.
One more time and sing that first note.
Oh, I did it.
Oh, you did suck. I should say you sucked, but I won't say that.
Yeah. Loving isn't always easy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like almost there. Perfect.
Almost there. One more. Relax, open, drop, no suck.
Loving isn't always easy.
That was better.
Yeah.
That was better.
Yeah, I can tell that.
Yeah.
That's something I'll work on for sure.
Beautiful. Yeah. And it'll just get better and better. And then you won't have to do any edits with your recording.
This is great. Yeah, I know. I'll have to teach it to my clients.
That's great. Well, Wilson, what did you discover? What did you discover in this very brief and live voice coaching session?
I discovered a lot. I mean, we talked about my breathing, how I can try to really focus on not hearing any sound when I'm breathing in. I had been aware of this concept before in other voice lessons, but I think, not having practiced it, it's like you end up sucking again.
Yeah.
And we talked, I learned about with the banjo, without the banjo, kind of understanding the difference there. And had ways to relax at the beginning. So
get rid of the tension.
Get rid of the tension in your body so that you don't have to start that first song in your show with tension. Maybe you can be relaxed before you even get on stage.
Yeah. So the combination of those two tools, the relaxing, all of that shaking, the bowling ball head, the little rag doll, right? Along with those very nice breaths, 6 out, 4 in, and then do that breathing, that right, for your first note, and then you're actually doing something productive for the first part of your song.
Yes.
So you go into the song thinking, I've done everything I need to do now to relax and to have that beautiful, big, puff of air that I need.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this just has been so enjoyable. Wilson, I've loved it.
Yeah, thank you.
Will you come again?
Sure.
Was it fun?
It was fun.
Yay, that's great. Well, Wilson, tell us all where we can find you. Where are you on the internet? Where are you online?
Sure.
All those places.
Yeah, so if you are interested in production or recording, help with mixing, you can find me at elevatedmusic.co.
Elevatedmusic.co.
That's correct, yes. And if you're interested in just the music, like something you just heard, you can go to wilsonharwood.com.
Wilson Harwood.
HARWOOD.
WilsonHarwood.com. And you've got music that they can download if they love those Appalachian tunes?
Yeah, you can stream it.
Oh, okay.
There's no downloads right now, but you can stream it.
They can't purchase it?
Oh, yeah, you could purchase it as well on Bandcamp.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Send them to Bandcamp.
Send them to, go to Bandcamp. No, but you can find
Get
it
you
on
some revenue.
Spotify, Apple Music, all that stuff. It's all out there.
Okay, that's great, Wilson.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So that's about all we have for today. So reach out to us via email, zelda@loveyourvoice.coach. And you can also join our community, loveyourvoice.coach community, where we'll be able to give you some really wonderful tools, resources, tips, and some updates. And yes, don't forget, we've got that wonderful gift that we're wanting to give you, which is the 12 mistakes professional singers avoid. Thank you so much, Wilson.
Thank you for having me.
On behalf of Wilson and the team, I'm Zelda with Love Your Voice. And until next time, bye. Wilson, I love that song. It's so awesome. That's a back porch song. Actually, it's a front porch.
Loving isn't always easy, and our deck might be missing some cards. But we each balance out the other, help each other when the going gets hard. Help each other when the going gets hard.